Jidenna is the movie I'm reviewing today, and this movie is on Lone Wolf Epic TV. Do want to check it out if you haven't seen this movie. A quick recap of this movie talks about a prince who fell in love with a young maiden who is already in a relationship with a pauper. And of course, as a prince, everything he wants or anything he wants, he has to get it. But unfortunately, you cannot force a woman to love you if the person doesn't love you. So yeah, pretty much that's what this movie is. It's an epic movie, so do want to check it out if you haven't seen it. But at the end of the day, the prince found love, genuine love that was beside him all this while. So yeah, do want to check it out if you haven't seen this movie. What I like about this movie is the storyline. Yes, we know that when it comes to epic movies, you know, the prince will be fighting for the love of a maiden who doesn't love him, or the prince will go to war. Yeah, pretty much that's it. But this one has a storyline of a Lagos city storyline, but they twisted it to make it an epic, or the location costume wise made it look like an epic movie pretty much, and I think I like that. And I love how, like I said, the storyline, it has to do with this Lagos storyline, but they tweaked it to make it like an epic storyline. So that's something interesting to watch out for when you watch this movie, and that's something that I really like. Another thing I like is seeing Chidi Dike doing an epic movie. That was an interesting one right there. There was no way I would ever have thought that I'll see Chidi Dike acting epic movies. So seeing him was interesting. I think I like that. I like seeing actors do something new, something different from the norm or the usual thing that they used to do. So seeing him here was quite interesting for me. Moving on to actors that did impress me in this movie, I'll start with Fuego. Fuego was really good. I love how he acted the wicked prince. Was he really wicked? Yeah, I think mean is the word, not really wicked. Mean is the word. I mean, he wanted something. He wanted to do everything, use his power to get it. Even though he didn't get the woman that his heart desire, his acting in the process of all of that was really interesting, and that was something I really liked. Figo is actually a very fantastic actor. I've watched quite a number of his movies and I'm always impressed. Only thing I don't like is he doesn't open his mouth to talk. He doesn't project. So sometimes you find it hard to hear what he's saying. His demeanor, his facial expression, the way he acts on the words are always really good. But projecting wise, you find it hard to hear the words that come out of it. Like, he doesn't open his mouth to talk. There's a way he does it. He acts very well, but projection is something that is an issue for me with his acting. But Figo is actually a very fantastic actor, and seeing him in an epic movie, that was quite interesting. So Figo impressed me here. And then the lady that was playing the friend or the best friend to the prince, which obviously he ended up falling in love with. That lady, I don't know her name, but like, she was also very good. Miracle Godwin was just okay. Chidi, okay, nothing really impressive. So the two main characters, as Figo and then the other lady, they actually did impress me. Then let me talk about location of this movie. Obviously, as an epic movie, you're not going to be seeing city things, so I'm impressed. I think this location is what most YouTube producers who are doing epic movies are always using. I've seen it with Maurice and then Ruth. I think also Nosarek. So I think if YouTube producers have an epic movie location, I mean, why not? They can use it. So I like the location. Then of course, costume wise, they also were able to come up with a very unique costume, which has to do with sack. I think I like the beading addition of the sack costume that they wore in this movie. So I like that as well. And then last thing that I want to point out is that I'm impressed with the fact that there was no kissing. We only saw hugging and all of that. There's this recent movie, obviously Morrison, if you have seen it, where an epic movie they are kissing. I'm like, hey, no be epic movie be this. There's no epic movie where they had to be kissing and all of that. So I was just totally unimpressed with that movie. I've done a review on it. You can go and check that review out. So I was actually really impressed with this one, that I did not see any kissing scene or whatsoever. So that was really something I like about this movie called Jidenna. Moving on to what I do not like about this movie, I'll just start by saying that Chidi Dike's acting, oh my goodness, he was the main character. He was the one that the prince was torturing just to collect his girlfriend. So he was actually just the main character of this movie. Obviously, looking at the thumbnail, you know that, yeah, I was not impressed with his acting at all. I don't want to say cringe watching. There was something just off about the acting. It wasn't given. Even though I just said that I like seeing him, or I like that he's in an epic movie, acting wise was zero. It was not giving what it's supposed to give. Something was off. Everything was actually off by his acting in this movie. He looked off. He looked different. He looked unimpressed by me. I didn't like what I was seeing in his character wise in this movie. So everything about his character was just not for me, guys, for me. But I think good for him acting something different. Another thing I don't like is cinematography. It was too dull for my liking. I would have loved if we see more bright colors in terms of cinematography for this movie. Color grading was just poorly done for me. I wasn't impressed. And then also, I want to talk about how lengthy this movie is. It's super long, 2 hours plus. Obviously, you guys know what that means. So yeah, that's pretty decent of all the things that I do not like about this movie. But I actually just love that this was far better than the recent epic movies I have seen on YouTube. So on that note, I'm going to give it 6/10. Because for me, this was a better version of an epic movie compared to the recent ones we've seen on YouTube. So yeah, 6/10 is what I'm giving it. If you haven't seen Jidenna, do or to watch it, guys. It's very interesting. You will like the twists and turns and ending of this movie, and yeah, twists and turns and a lot of twists and turns in this movie. I like that. So yeah, do want to check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. I'll see you all in my next movie review.